I've been a nurse. I worked mostly in the emergency room. I had a very normal, healthy pregnancy, and I was able to work until the last week of my pregnancy. I felt there was something wrong with the baby, but then I thought it's my first pregnancy and maybe everyone feels that way. But I also had a sense that there was something wrong, but it would be okay. When Shannon was 10 days old, I couldn't console her. I couldn't stop her from crying, and she seemed to be in moderate distress. So I called the doctor and I said, something's wrong with my baby. And they said, oh, are you a first-time mother? And I said, yes. And they said, oh, well, maybe it's something you ate if you're nursing. And I said, no, there is something wrong with my child. I need to see the doctor right now. I knew as a nurse and as a mother, unable to console my child, that there was something wrong. We took her to the pediatric cardiologist. He put the stethoscope over her heart and diagnosed her defect as truncus arteriosum.
That's a big, fancy Latin term for one arterial trunk coming off the heart. Normally there's two great arteries off the heart, the aorta and pulmonary artery, but she was born with just one. And so she was sort of born, you know, behind the 8 ball, because that is usually not going to be compatible with life, or at least with long-term life past age 1 year.
They gave her a 25% chance of living through the surgery. She died on the table, technically, 3 times. They had all given up, but her heart started beating on its own for the 4th time. So they decided to close early and finish the surgery at another time.
So she had surgery really within the first few weeks of life, okay, to sort of temporize her or palliate her into the next step. And then when she was 6 or so, she had another operation to move her on to a more complete repair.
And it was a successful surgery, and she left the hospital after 1 week and did very well until she needed surgery for the 3rd time.
I remember when I was around 15 and a half or so that I really just was very tired. Walking upstairs was very difficult. I wanted to sleep all the time. You couldn't say anything that would sort of almost get me out of bed.
So we took her into the pediatric cardiologist and said, we think it's time for another surgery. It was remarkable how quickly she recovered from being on the heart-lung bypass machine for 11 hours. And she went from ICU to home in 5 days. The American Heart Association plays a significant role in raising money for research and technology so that we can have less surgeries and less invasive surgeries as we move forward.
The American Heart Association is very important to me, not only because I've been a part of the organization for so many years, but I trust that they're going to continue to keep the word out, both through funding, through technology, to allow that my surgeries will get hopefully easier, less invasive.
The AHA does such a great job about raising awareness, but also putting a lot of importance on the important diseases. They fund a lot of scientific research, both nationally and also locally, and that is amazing, because we as clinician scientists need to do research so we can make the next step and take that progress so we can help other patients who really need it.
My name is Shannon Nickel, and I'm 28, and I have had 3 open heart surgeries for truncus arteriosum.